It's Catherine Cavella from IP Works Law, and I just wanted to do a video on the cost of delay for all of you. And I know what this feels like when you have a decision to make. It involves spending some money. It involves, sort of embarking on a journey that you're not quite sure what it's going to be like, and whether there's, what it's going to be like, how much it's going to cost, et cetera. And so it is, if you're like me and you're facing a decision like that, it's very easy to just put it off because we're all busy, and if the less clarity we have about to make the decision, the harder it is to make the decision. And so that's when these are the decisions that tend to get put off, year after year. And I believe that for many of you, the decision what to do with your trademarks, whether to register or what to register, that is one of those kinds of decisions, because I understand that for many of us, trademark registration is like a black box. I don't know what I'm buying because I can't see beyond the first step. So I'm doing this video so that to give you a little more clarity and tell you some of the things that I know from doing this for 30 years that you don't know yet, but you will know after this video, that will help you make better decisions now, so your future self will thank you. So as far as when to register and whether to register, there's a couple of important things about trademark registration. I'll try and keep this quick. The most important thing is that trademark registration is at the USPTO is first come, first served. So those of us who get there first, we get our foot in the door. We get a timestamp, what's called a priority date, which is the filing date of your application. That is everything, because when your application eventually gets registered, your trademark rights go back to the filing date. So that's one reason it's important. That priority date, what it means is that you get U.S. national rights, that exclusive right to use that trademark in the United States as of that filing date. If someone files their application the day after yours and yours gets registered, they're out of luck because they came after you. That filing date is everything. If you file, let's say your registration takes 3 years to issue, but you file, let's say February of 2023, February 1st, and someone starts using a similar name 6 months after you file your application. Maybe you're not even using it yet, but you filed your application. You can do that. And then, so you got to the trademark office first. You filed in February. Someone else starts using the same name for something similar 6 months after you. You win, they lose. But the point is that if you file first, even if you didn't even if they were first to use it, but you were first to file it, you get the right to that trademark. And their trademark lawyer will tell them this and say, and I've had to do this to people, I'm very sorry, but you can't win this case. You can fight if you want. It's going to cost you a lot and you will eventually lose. So I advise that you choose a different brand. So this is the power of trademark registration and filing early. The more you delay, the higher the chances are, the more the chances are that someone else is going to file something similar and get in there before you. And then that not only can cause problems like what I just said, but you being on the other side, but it also means that the trademark office is going to find their application and block yours. And so you have to fight the trademark office, and it's so much better. This is why this whole thing about your future self will thank you. I'm not kidding about that, because until a time machine gets invented, there's no way for us to go back and fix it when someone waited too long to file. And it always breaks my heart when I see that. So anyway, that's the most important thing. There are a lot of different scenarios where delaying filing can affect you. And there's all these scenarios where if you file early, you get all this extra protection that you don't even realize you're getting. Two more things. The other thing about filing and registering your trademarks is that let's say you delay and someone else files first. And I think I sort of alluded to this, but I want to make this real clear because it's also really sucks if this happens. You have been using a trademark, let's say, for 10 years. Someone else files the same trademark. Maybe they haven't even started using it yet, but they have filed. What ends up happening is they can actually send a cease and desist letter to you, even though you were first. And then we get into this situation where we are having to prove where you were using it, like how well you were known under that trademark in what geographic area of the country as of the date that they filed. So anytime you have lawyers having to prove things with evidence and back and forth, it's expensive. So it saves you so much in legal fees to not put off the decision to file. So that was one point. And then the other point I wanted to make is that when you are looking to sell, if you at some point plan to sell your business or your brand or license it, you need to have secure, clear, strong registered trademarks in order to really make that work. I have talked to many a business broker who has explained how, a deal to sell a company has fallen apart because the trademark rights were not well secured. And the trademark rights, your trademarks are what protect the goodwill. That's what holds the goodwill that you are creating year after year in doing great work for your customers. And they go out and they tell everyone, this company is the best for this, go there. You're building goodwill. I know you guys know that because that's what we do as business owners, right? Your trademark law is the law that protects that goodwill, and your trademarks are what protect that. That's what primarily what you're selling that transfers that goodwill to the buyer of your company, right? Like if you are doing business as, I'm going to use the silly example from another video, sleep on a cloud, and you're selling your whole network of mattress stores, your sleep on a cloud mattress stores to the next buyer because you are retiring. That all the goodwill that lives in that, all of your customers that say you got to go to this, if you need a mattress, go to Sleep on a Cloud because they're the best. They have the best salespeople and the best selection. That seamlessly transfers over into the buyer, and that's what they're buying. They're buying other things. They're buying your procedures, they're buying your inventory, they're buying your locations, et cetera. But a huge part of the value of most businesses being sold is the value of the goodwill that is protected by the trademarks. So I always really, really advise if you're looking to exit from your business and transition, sell it to someone, don't underestimate the value of, registering your trademarks and like doing what you need to do to get them really protected so that you have, you can get a little better price and have an easier time with that sale. Anyway, that was the last point I wanted to make. I hope that was helpful. Thanks. I'm happy to talk more about your trademarks and the value of filing. Thank you so much. Bye.